Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Are you an inspiring entrepreneur? Or maybe you're an entrepreneur looking to take your business to the next level. My name is LarryWBrooks, and I am the author of Empowering Quotes for the Entrepreneur in You and The Entrepreneur Code. In these two books, I guarantee you there's success secrets that will take your business to the next level. I personally invite you to visit LarryWBrooks.com. Go under the books link and purchase your signed personal copy from myself. You have a great day and have an awesome 2020. Pure Hustle. It's not only a clothing brand, but it is a movement. I personally invite you to visit shoppurehustle.com. How do you survive?
Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I urge you to do so at Prime Real Estate Rick. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, but especially here in our lovely city of Houston, please stop by our website at brooksanddavis.com. As always, my co-host is a Texas real estate broker, a serial entrepreneur, a multi-time author, world traveler, known all over the globe as the Texas Real Estate King. As always, I'd like to thank my co-host, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. What's going on, brother?
Hey, man, I can't complain, man. It's been a beautiful week. I got another cat in the building today that I watched grow up, and he watched me grow up, and so it's just it's exciting, Rick, man. I can't complain. We got good weather in the H, man.
Nah, man, I don't know what it is that you doing. I think your past vacations and your trips and your videos been popping so much on IG, but it's been having people showing big love, man.
No doubt. I
want to thank everybody who's visited the Patreon page.
Yeah.
You've been shouting it out every week. Can you tell everybody about the Patreon page, and for those who haven't gone there, why they should?
No doubt. Hey, guys, the Patreon page is important, right? It allows this platform to grow. It allows us to continue to get great talent and bring their talent in. We want to be able to bring talent in, and of course, we want to be able to go to people at some point. So we want you to go to the Patreon page. Please support it with whatever small donation that you can. In addition to that, the Patreon page, we're about to get more exclusive, right? So we're for the people that are following us on Facebook Live, we're about to get ready to cut back on our Facebook live stream. So we're going to go about 10 minutes today, and then you got to go catch us on the YouTube page, which is the Prime Real Estate Network. So you want to go check that out. But we're going to give you a little bit today. I want you to be able to get the nuggets that my guy has, but I want you to make sure you go and follow those other pages, man.
Nah, man, because, we don't have a lot of time with today's guest, so I want to get into his intro.
Yeah.
Cool thing is that as we network and work around the city of Houston, we've met some of the most successful and well-rounded business people and entrepreneurs. But, every so often we get a chance to meet one of your personal, your real connects, Mr. Brooks. So
knee-high to a grass.
Oh, it's like that. Okay, we're going back that deep. Now, since it's like that, how hard did we have to try? What did we have to do to get my man in the building today?
You know what, man? It's so funny because some people just got your back, man. And so it wasn't hard at all. I reached out to him. The first introduction that I sent, he was like, I got you. I'm down.
Right. And that's all it was.
That's it. It didn't even ask for any details. It was just like, I got you. I'm down.
No, what's super cool is because this gentleman has such a deep and wide-reaching story that I think everyone in our audience could gravitate towards. So without any further ado,
no doubt,
I'd like to introduce professional speaker, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and also CEO and founder of the Newman Family Foundation. I want to thank him for being here with us this week. I'd like to introduce Mr. LeMarcus Newman. How you doing, brother?
Man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for having me on, man, and thank you, my brother Brooks for asking me to be on. You know, once he gave me that, he sent me a message and gave me that message. I say, man, I got you. So
It's just like that.
and then
man.
every time he asked me to for anything, I'm stepping up, man.
Nah,
Like,
you know, it's kind of cool because, you know, when we're booking guests and asking people to be on the podcast, you know, we're excited every Thursday. But today's Thursday is one that personally I'm really excited about because I think there's going to be people who know Larry, who know you both, and they going to be like, oh, word.
correct.
Marcus on the show today. So introduce not only yourself to the audience, but could you tell us a little bit about the Newman Family Foundation and why you were moved to start that organization?
Okay, LeMarcus Newman, originally from Houston, Texas, actually born and raised, man. My parents originally from Louisiana, man. Migrated here to Houston. I attended all of the HISD schools. Also, I was
No, you got to mention them. You got to rep all the way out.
Okay. So, Hobby Elementary, right there in Hiram Clark. I went to Darling Middle School. Shout out, now it's called Lawson Middle School.
Changed the name.
I attended Madison High School from my 9th to 10th grade year, going into my 11th and 12th grade year, went to Worden High School. And I look at Madison kind of like more so of a Sam Houston State.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And then Worden is more so that HBCU experience, you know, the Prairie View and the Texas Southern University. It was a little different. A tiny bit different. You know, both of them are in the hood, but at the same time, Worden had that more so of that alumni feel to it where the teachers went to Worden and they kind of was giving back to the students. You know what I mean?
It's funny that you bring up that part of your Worthing experience because anytime you find someone who builds a foundation and starts an organization with the goal of servicing the community, you always wonder what is it in their background that led them to that calling. So when you were coming up in and around Harlem Clark and going to Worthing, were there any programs that you were a part of that helped to give your life a little certain meaning and direction?
Yes, indeed. I was in I attended Brentwood. Brentwood Baptist Church is my church, but I was in Rites of Passage, and I was part of that first little group that came through Rites of Passage. And then, like, I had an issue with, like, reading and things like that. So my mom took me to this guy named Alvin Boom Boom Jackson. And back then, Alvin Boom Boom Jackson had this program where he'll take inner city kids and teach them how to read and write. So I went to the program, man. It was free of charge. Yeah. So it had a lot of people in the hood that actually went to Alvin Boom Boom Jackson. He was all on TV. Did all
boys know about
work.
Boom Boom, man. If you of our generation, you know Boom Boom.
All right.
Boom Boom big in the city.
Yeah. So I went to Alvin Boom Boom Jackson, man, and I was struggling a little bit going in from 5th to 6th grade, man. I was a faithful summer school product.
Yeah.
Well, I went to summer school every year, man.
Chapter 1 is what they called it.
Yeah, so
I remember.
So, man, going to him, man, was a blessing, man. I started to read a little better, you know what I'm saying, speak a little better. I still, have my southern slang, but at the same time, just knowing how to better articulate myself. So
now, see, one of the things that at doing my research as far as your organization and you personally that I was really impressed with is the foundation of education. And you talked about everything that Mr. Jackson did for you, all the people at Worthing. Can you talk about your transition from an education standpoint from Worthing to college and how you once again took advantage of those opportunities and those resources to push yourself forward as well?
Yes, indeed. I had coaches, man, or football coaches from the Coach Elliott to the Snow to the Burleson who passed away. Even at Madison, you had Sears and Fields and Strozier, where every transition, every school that I went to, man, they still supported me. Even in college, going from JUCO with Coach Mark Duda at Lackawanna Junior College to Kansas State, having Phil Bennett and Coach Snyder to A&M Kingsville. Yeah. It's one of them things that it's a saying that you treat the custodian the same way you treat the CEO. Yep. So I always treat people with respect, man. The yes, sir, the no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. And that followed me all the way where people wanted to help me, give back to me. They seen the potential in me. And, man, they just always supported me. So now me and my wife, who's actually the CEO of the Boys and Girls Club, we started this nonprofit organization, which is the Newman Foundation, and it's not registered right now as a 501c3, but we act more so as a foundation because we use our own funds to be able to give back and give scholarships. So far, we done gave scholarships, man, to about 8 students, man, for the last since 2016, man. Yeah. So we just try to give
Congratulations
back.
on that, man. That's a
Yeah,
big
man,
deal.
that's a big
no
deal.
doubt.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Because I know part of your outreach with the Newman Family Foundation is that you speak to
Correct.
area youth, at-risk youth. Could you talk a little bit about what type of youth groups you speak to and how can an organization get in contact with you if they would like for you to come out and speak?
Okay, y'all can reach me. Anybody can reach me on my social media, LeMarcus Newman on the IG page, or even on my email, LeMarcus.Newman@gmail. So, man, I get a lot of different calls, man. I did a project with Jonathan Martin from Fox 26, where it was Beyond the Game Tour, where we go out and speak to so many different schools and inner city youth. So we go right there in the hood, man, and we bring people over like Larry and yourself over to come speak to the inner city youth. We had people from Lynn from the Turkey Leg Hut. We had Johnny, Johnny Jeweler. He came out, and so we just have different people come out and speak to the inner city youth, man. We go straight to the hood, man, and I go straight to the hood, man.
No, because I know you do a lot of work with an organization that me and Larry really have a warm spot for called My Brother's Keeper.
Correct.
Yeah.
Could you talk a little bit about the work you do with My Brother's Keeper and how it works and works hand in hand with the Newman Family Foundation?
Yes, indeed. So My Brother's Keeper is an organization through Change Happens, which is a nonprofit organization in the city of Houston. We're partnership with the city of Houston, and it's supported by the Obama Foundation. So after Trayvon Martin, the death of Trayvon Martin, Obama put this into action where he wanted to provide mentorship to young men of color, ages 14 and 19 years old. So right now I'm the program manager for My Brother's Keeper. We always looking for mentors. So anybody that want to mentor these young men, especially entrepreneurs, man, get at me. But we provide mentorship to these young men. Right now our focus is more so on Jack Yates High School.
Right.
As you know, since the death of George Floyd, so we really trying to mentor these young men, so therefore we can kind of create more entrepreneurs, man. Get people more so like Larry, more so like yourself, hopefully a future LeMarcus Newman.
No, I'm telling you though, because
that's key to it.
Yeah, yes indeed. Yes,
no, because this
indeed.
question is for both of you gentlemen, because cool thing is that both of you guys are proud HISD graduates,
indeed.
played football in the district. Could you talk about how important it would have been to have people like yourself to talk to you when you were still in the locker room, to give yourself an idea of what football can lead to and what you can do when that's over with?
Yes, indeed, man. So I had a gentleman, man, that's a HISD product. Actually, he went to Jones High School, Dal Green, man.
Oh, yeah, D. Green, no
yes,
doubt,
indeed, man.
Shout out Dal Green.
Come
man.
on, man,
Yes,
stop.
indeed. Call him Mr. Green,
Felt
man.
like 50 years, man.
Yeah,
He
21
still was
years.
fast,
Man, I got people in D.C.
Yeah,
and Maryland
shout
got
out,
big
man.
love.
Yeah,
for Mr.
yes,
Green.
indeed, man. Mr. Green, man, 21 years in the NFL, man. He 1983 came out the 1983 draft. He wore the number 28 because he was the 28 pick.
Yeah,
So had the opportunity to go up there and live with Mr. Green, man. And Mr. Green is an HISD product.
Yes,
Went to Jones High School just like Larry, man.
Yep.
And he was a blessing, man, just to have this guy come into my life and afforded me the opportunity to stay at his house, to work with him, to mentor me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So when you have somebody that's from HISD, from the hood, to give back to somebody that's from the same area, man, it's a blessing. So I want to do the same thing, man.
Wow, man, that's a big deal, man. Cause I remember Darryl Green as I was
I'm
going
sure
through
you
school,
just had to get a talk. I bet you
especially
his
playing
legend was still
cornerback,
in the-
man. It was
Yeah, man.
my Coach Rogers used to always talk about
His
him.
legend was just thick.
Oh yeah, it was thick. Him and Alfred. Can I think of Alfred last name? But he was he was a D lineman that left out of Jones.
Right.
But Coach Rogers used to talk about him all the time, man. But as we go on, I want to give a shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I want to give a shout out to our Facebook Live group. I want to also let you guys know we're about to get ready to end this thing for you all. Again, go to the YouTube page, subscribe, most definitely hit the like button, and we want to let you know we appreciate you. And just go to the YouTube page. We haven't even gotten into the nitty gritty of things, man. You want to know more about my man Newman's background, so So most definitely go to that YouTube page, check it out, and we appreciate you all.
Absolutely, man. If you wouldn't mind, LeMarcus, when we come back from our break, I want to talk a little bit about your entrepreneurial evolution, your evolution as a businessman, and who motivates and inspires you from a business and entrepreneurial standpoint, if you don't mind.
Gotcha.
Everybody, stay tuned to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. We'll be right back after hearing this message from our sponsors.
This is Rick Davis, realtor and host of the Prime Real Estate Network. Are you currently leasing or looking to relocate to the Houston area and you find yourself falling in love with a home but aren't quite in a position to purchase? Well, no worries. We offer the Right to Purchase program. We can place you in the home of your dreams at current market rental rates and give you up to 3 years to buy. Did you know that a majority of the homes that are for sale offer better quality than those that are for rent? So why wait? Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Let me and my team help you purchase a home that you and your family can fall in love with. Give me a call today at 832-928-3963. And remember to follow the Prime Real Estate Network podcast on YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Be blessed.
Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Prime Real Estate Rick. My co-host, as always, is the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks.
Sweet Noop.
And riding shotgun with us as our esteemed guest this week is Worthing High School legend, Mr. LeMarcus Newman. What's going on, brother?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Hey man, that was a shot at my man LeMarcus, man. He's a member of Alpha Phi Alpha, so
Yes,
you know what I'm
indeed.
saying.
Absolutely.
You know,
man.
everybody make mistakes, but this is my guy right here.
No, but you know it's funny because you know it's super cool because but right before our break, we talked a little bit about your high school development and how you had opportunity to be mentored by Mr. Darrell Green, Pro Football Hall of Famer. And I wanted to get into a little bit about your athletic background, but only in relation to how it prepared you for life after sports. And how is it, or who motivated you or inspired you to transition after the game the way you have and flourish?
Okay. Football teaches you one thing is about dealing with adversity. And every time you fall down, you have to get back up.
That's right.
So, and then the cornerback position, I studied, my major in college was first computer science, but then also studied, got my undergraduate degree in psychology and sociology. So, and also my master's too, as well, public administration at Texas Southern University.
Represent.
But at the same time, like as a cornerback, you have to be able to study a person's body movement and study. So now it's teaching you on how to read body language, when to talk to somebody, when not to talk to somebody, how a person is moving. You got to be able to move before that person is actually moving into whatever direction he's moving in.
Right.
So that part transitioned me over to be able to have like relations with different people. So I'm good. I say it's a blessing that I was able to play the cornerback position because it provided me an opportunity to learn on how to deal with different people, how to deal with body language, how to see those different things. But the person that blessed me and gave me the wisdom, man, to be able to transition was Mr. Green. Mr. Green is an entrepreneur, businessman, and he told me, one of the things he told me, he said, man, when you finish playing football, man, the most important thing, the first thing you need to do is basically buy a house.
Yeah.
He said, because that house going to make you work.
Yeah.
Man, this man was not lying, man.
House gonna make you work.
Yes, indeed, man. The house will make you work, man. So purchase a house, man, and since I've been having my first house, man, I've been working, man.
Yeah.
That house will make you work, man.
No, but you know what's so funny, and I hope you won't mind me sharing this with the audience, but speaking to you before we started recording, I know that building and real estate is a large part of what you do at the Newman Family Foundation.
Correct.
Could you talk about that real estate aspect of the foundation and what it is that you guys are doing from a real estate perspective?
Well, I'm just now getting my feet wet
Right.
into it. So, and I'm give you a little story that happened. So we went through a builder to build our house. So we wanted to build our own house. So we ended up purchasing land. Anybody can purchase land, man.
Yep.
So I'm thinking about it. So our land costed $30,000, right?
Yep.
So if you look at it, that's nothing but $120 a month.
That's right.
You know, so I'm like, man, purchase a pair of J's and it's more than that.
No,
Or you
no,
get,
yeah,
man, I
yeah.
just went to Waterburg on yesterday and spent $50, you know, for the family. So I'm like, so I end up purchasing some land, an acre of land for $30,000 and paying $120 a month since 2014. And I was like, okay, now it's time for us to build. So end up going with a builder. And I was looking for so many different builders around the city of Houston. People offered me $700,000, $600,000.
Yeah.
Some people offered me almost $8,000. I was like, man, I can't afford to pay that.
Yeah.
So I might well do it myself.
Yeah.
So end up doing it myself, did my research, and man, it been a blessing. So we spent way less than that.
Wow.
I saved a lot of money. So by me going through that transition and learning the how much it costs to build, I was like, man, I could do this myself.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
started to, you know, exploring the more so of building houses, learning a little bit more about building houses, purchasing land, looking at people like Larry, Mark Willington, Mike Davis, all you guys, Anthony. Anthony doing a good job. It's a few
we got
Ro.
Ed coming on. Ed gonna be on next week.
Okay. So you got Ro, Mark Willington, Maxwell. So I just be exploring, looking at different channels, YouTube channels, trying to learn as much as I can learn. And then also you got some guys also doing a good thing in Baltimore on building on houses. I think G. Smith, Gary Smith out there, and Booby. So, and they with Mark Willington.
Yeah.
So I'll just be researching, looking at YouTube pages,
If
learning
you done
a
it,
lot.
man. That's the blueprint right there, man. You could do it again. And
Correct.
then once you
Yes,
did
indeed.
it 2 times, you can do it 3 times.
3
man.
times,
So
yes, indeed.
It's a good lane to get involved in, man. Shout out to one of our LBs, man. He just built his own house out near the Clear Lake Seabrook area.
Yeah, absolutely,
So it's
man.
like and it's
Built
one
his
of those
flood
things.
resistant
Flood
compound
resistant.
for the family,
Yeah.
man. It's
So
lovely.
It's
a
most
beautiful
definitely
property.
doable, man. And then you can find a cost effectiveness in it that way too.
Yeah, correct.
We just be honest. When it comes to the volume builders, they just a big surplus to it, right?
Yeah, yes,
and nobody
indeed.
building it for free. So
Correct.
So it's a good.
And
it's a good lane.
another thing I'm looking at, like, so especially when it comes to our community, right? So we spend X number of dollars. Like I'm driving in even the Hiram Clark area where you guys now houses costing $300,000. Man,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say how much my house costs,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say the house is 6,000 square foot,
Yeah.
and my house though is probably the same as theirs.
That's right. No doubt
Right.
about it.
You know what I mean?
Crazy.
With an
Yeah.
acre of land.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And an alligator in the back.
Come on. Y'all better pick up on these G's, man.
Yes,
My man
indeed.
dropping, y'all better pick up on
For
this.
real,
You're not
man.
playing. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
indeed.
I know you talked about the scholarship fund
Correct.
that you guys have at the foundation, and that's super powerful because we all know how important it is for kids from the inner city to have opportunity to educate themselves locally, and if not locally, out of town. How does it make you and your family feel to know that you provide that kind of opportunity for people who, without that, may have had to go with lesser or without totally?
Wow, man. Even for my kids, man, to be able to see that, man, to give back. You know, one of the things is we give scholarships to one female, one male that participate in the sport that's to have a GPA of between a 2.0 and a 2.5. And the reason why we focus more so on that GPA because I was that individual that came out of high school with a lower GPA that had to go to a junior college. So just trying to give back and help these individuals, and then at the same time, my family, my kids, they look at it like, man, we giving back. But at the same time, it teaches them that if they become successful, and they will, that they need to give back to as well. And then the people that we grew up in a community with, from the South Park to the Hiram Clark and the Sunnyside, and they look at Larry, or they look at LeMarcus Newman, or even out there in the Aldine area, looking at you, they like, oh, if they can do it, then I can do it too.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
And you know, I didn't even have this on our list of questions, but I gotta ask you because I know there's a lot of young men and women that's gonna hear this interview and they're gonna go through a similar situation. If you could give a young high school student some advice on how to maneuver their way through junior college system and transfer to a 4-year? Because we know so many people, especially from our neighborhoods that we went to school with, that first transition is where everything stops.
Correct.
What advice would you give them if junior college route is something that you have to do to keep your head up and make sure you persevere?
One of the things is, like, and it goes back to if you can spend $120 on some shoes or $200 on some J's, man, take a class before you actually get into the community college.
Oh, wow.
At least try to take 2 classes. So therefore, when you get into the junior college, the average amount of hours they have you taking is 17 hours. To me, I think that's a little bit too much.
It's a bit much. It's a lot of hours, man.
But you have to do it. If you want to graduate and go to that Division I.
On time, right.
Because your aspiration is to go to a Division I university if you're going to that JUCO.
Right.
Because if not, then you'll be going to a D2 or D3, right?
Right.
Yep. So take a class, spend some money, take the class at Houston Community College. You got St. Jack, Angelina College, Warden Community College. Try to take some type of course during that summer. You know what I mean? Just spend that $120 for one class. Yeah. So how much it costs?
Yeah. You know, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I want to add on to that. Like, even as you getting ready to go through the process, you ending up high school, you should always, even as you're going through college, you should be taking these summer classes. Like,
Correct.
There's no reason to just vacation and not do nothing at all.
Correct.
So if you're not staying at the university and taking classes, if you decide to come home your first year or doing the winter semesters, like do those winter term classes,
Correct.
just knock out these classes. And what my advice would be, those super hard classes, take those during those winter terms or
Correct.
like the summertime, like, because the teachers
2
have a
weeks.
little bit more time. The 2 week thing, like, it's, believe it or not, that makes a big difference.
Correct.
Instead of struggling 3 months with a class,
Correct.
So
Correct. Correct. You're right.
You gotta take them winter classes,
real,
man.
for real. And
Yeah.
then another thing is, like, you taking this you take a course during the summer. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I advise a parent, put your child in the summer school, one of them summer school classes going into the 9th grade.
Yep.
It's not gonna hurt.
It's not.
You know what I mean? You can take a sociology class
Right.
or a swimming class at a ACC. You know what I mean? You already probably know how to swim already, or you probably already know how to throw darts already.
Yep.
Take one of those classes in the summertime as a freshman going into high school. You know what I mean? So that's my advice. Take
No,
the
I mean,
class
you
can.
giving out invaluable game today, and I hope everybody is
Real
soaking
game.
it up, and I hope they share. And just like Larry mentioned earlier, go to our YouTube channel at The Prime Real Estate Network. Share this episode. Let everyone know about the valuable gems that Mr. LeMarcus Newman has been passing out today for free for everybody, man. But I want to thank you so much for actually sitting down, carving some time out your busy schedule, because I know how it is on Thursdays. You handle all your business on Thursday, so we can all travel and vacation on Fridays
No
and
doubt
Saturdays.
about it,
So
yeah.
thank you so much for sitting in with us, man. But before we let you go, LeMarcus, please share with the audience your IG handle, your website, so that everybody know how to follow you and get involved with the foundation.
Okay, you can go on my IG page, LeMarcus Newman, and that's LeMarcus. Last name Newman, Newman. That's my IG page. Also, I'm on Facebook, LeMarcus Newman. Saying Leo Marcus Newman on Facebook. That's my God-given name. You know,
my government.
my government name.
Yeah, right,
so
right.
you can check me out on there. Also, I have I'm doing a little drip shipping and Shopify going on. So she got my wallet. That's another site I have going on.
Okay.
Also, I do a little bit of.
I like that, man. She got my wallet.
She got my wallet, man. So she go ahead and shop.
Yeah.
And then I got another page. Why she got my wallet too as well. So y'all go to some, man. Women go ahead and shop till you drop on them sites. This especially Christmas coming up. So
Absolutely.
just buy you some clothes or something, and your daughter some clothes. But I have that going on, and then also do a little vending here and there. You know, we got a couple of vending machines around Houston. So just trying to do as much as I can, man. And also that when you spend money, that money is going towards somebody, man, to help somebody.
Yeah.
So we
That's
give
real,
it back to the
man.
community.
Man, thank you so much
Yes,
again,
indeed.
brother. Mr. Brooks,
Yes, indeed.
any final shout outs, requests from the audience? We letting them know where we're going to be, or we incognito this weekend, brother?
Don't give a shout out to my alphas, man.
Hey man, shout out to them brothers for the A5A, man. You know what I'm saying? They hold a special spot close to me.
Yes,
my guy right here. That's it right there.
He put me on the diamond, man.
No doubt.
That's
But other than that, man, I'm nothing special at all, man. Again, I'll find y'all. Don't find me.
Oh, big shout out. I want to let everybody know we have a brand new listing.
Oh, yeah.
Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. You'll see everything about the brand new listing. It's in Missouri City, Texas. Beautiful 4-bedroom, 2-story property. So if you've been thinking about that southwest part of Fort Bend County, Missouri City, Sugarland area, follow us this week. Me and Mr. Brooks will be sharing all that information. It'll be readily available for everyone.
Man, let me plug something on top of that real
What's up,
quick
bro?
with that, man. That you want to see this listing? I remember speaking with this homeowner, and he said that his bathrooms were custom made from
Absolutely.
resorts that he visited.
All
I
over
wanna
the
check
world.
this thing
I
out.
did the same thing, man.
All over
I
the
did
world.
something similar to that.
So look,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
check
yeah.
us out,
Similar to
man.
that.
New listing, brooksanddavis.com,
That's
Prime
big.
Real Estate Network, Rick Davis, Larry Brooks will be sharing all that information. On behalf of the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. LeMarcus Newman, I'm Rick Davis. I want to thank everybody for tuning into the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. We'll see you all next Thursday, and be blessed.
Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC is marketing a property for sale right now that you can buy. These properties range from land lots for under $20,000 to move-in ready homes $500,000 and more, along with everything in between. To see this week's list of properties for sale you can buy now, go to bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. That's bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. If you plan on selling some real estate and you need it on the weekly list, call 713-665-8329 to speak with someone about it.